You are most welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Anyone who has been following the case against R. Kelly knows the government did not play fair when it came to allowing R. Kelly to make his defense. While they had their space and liberty to build a case against him, the same government made sure to deny R. Kelly the same freedom to prepare a defense, when they hired a Bureau of Prisons officer to record and share his private phone calls to his girlfriends and communications to his attorney. While it is normal for prison communications to be recorded, for the information to be retrieved and used for any reason, there must be probable cause such as evidence of witness intimidation by the inmate, which was never the case, and the district judge must issue a warrant for this action to be taken. There are also guidelines on how this information can be used and limited purposes it cannot be used for. In R. Kelly's case, however, the findings from the investigation carried out was that his information had been accessed over 153 times, illegally by one Bureau of Prisons officer who worked as a disciplinary hearing judge from Wisconsin, going way out of her jurisdiction to get this information. On searching her computer, these claims were confirmed by the FBI investigation team, which also discovered that she had ties with famous anti-Kelly blogger Tasha K, and had conveyed the recordings to her for purpose of illegal disclosure as a way of compromising his defense process. Now we are also learning that this recorded information was also used to create feud among his multiple girlfriends who were not supposed to hear each other's conversation with R. Kelly. While the prison had the freedom to record R. Kelly's communications, they had no right to share the information publicly in this manner or to send it to their personal emails like the Wisconsin Bureau of Prisons officer who is now retired. Having the information accessed 153 times by an officer who operated way out of jurisdiction alone was a violation of procedure. Meanwhile, it turns out this officer was not the only one who accessed R. Kelly's private phone calls and emails. The investigation revealed that 60 different BOP officers had probed around in and out of his recorded calls, emails, and as if that was not enough, also his financial records, just because they could with absolutely no reason or warrant. And in order to cover up or an effort to mitigate the damage this investigation was causing the entire case, a warrant was later conveniently issued as a result of the investigation. Warranted or not warranted, there is no legal framework that allows 60 BOP officers, including one from another jurisdiction, to access an inmate's private communications, and use the information as carelessly as they did, sharing it with bloggers and witnesses to turn them against the defendant. This is illegal and cannot be warranted by the courts of law. If the judge who issued a late warrant for cover-up reasons wants to debate on this and claim he allowed for all this to be done this way, he risks losing his practicing license, because this is a total compromise of the entire case and would tantamount to abuse of office. Meanwhile, in a twist of things, when Tasha K was pressed by the FBI and forced to turn over her personal computer and records, scared as hell she was going to be charged for conspiring, she started cooperating, and her confessions are quite telling of how rotten the government we serve can be when it comes to respect for people's rights and freedoms. Of late she even says she thinks R. Kelly is innocent and has fallen out with Azriel's parents she previously worked with, who she now bashes on some of her live streams lately. For a blogger who was at the time working with the parents of Azriel Clary to have been given open access to R. Kelly's prison call information and emails 4 years back, way before the first trial in New York started, this was so illegal and so wrong, and makes testimonies by all government witnesses invalid in the legal sense. If a witness needs to first access the defendant's prison records before they can make the decision to testify against him, and this information is being channeled to her by the very prison system that allowed 60 BOP officers to sneak into his mails and collect as much data as they wanted, then their testimony against the defendant cannot be upheld as valid. When such violations take place, the defendant is supposed to be either acquitted or acquitted. There is no other way around it. Why is this so? When this happened, R. Kelly was denied a fair trial that the government through the judiciary promises every citizen in his position. It cannot be regarded a fair trial when government witnesses were mobilized through such illegal channels. And apart from doing this in an illegal manner, there was no real reason whatsoever for anyone to warrant that R. Kelly's personal call records and emails be retrieved. It becomes very difficult to trust a system that can go to this extent in attempt to discredit and destroy a citizen like they did R. Kelly. We can't be sure anymore that this same fraudulent government together with their counterparts within the judiciary are capable of playing fair in a trial of this profile. According to T. Brown, I am sorry but I have never doubted R. Kelly and have always thought he is innocent in all this. I don't even see what the fuss is considering 16 is even the legal age in most of the United States, and 17 in others. These parents were not the most holy either, and probably coached their daughters to be more promiscuous than upright looking at their role in this. Let's be real. Who leaves their daughter with a grown man that ain't their father and is able to sleep at night? These adult men and women called parents should be facing parental negligence charges or something of the sort if this system was fair and truly cared about the well-being of the young women. But because it's R. Kelly the celebrity they are after, they cannot even see this. I still jam R. Kelly's music and won't stop until he regains his well-deserved freedom. What the government is trying to describe as trafficking was simply polygamy, a situation where multiple women are willing to share a man because he is their source of income. According to Blockwork Incorporated. Oh yes, I watched Tasha K bash R. Kelly and later confess she thinks he is innocent. What shocked me was that in this confession video, she discredited everyone else but herself, yet she was the one that was involved in leaking information that denied R. Kelly a shot at justice during the New York trial. It's clear all she cares about is her own self and no one else. R. Kelly had a 99% chance of beating his case, but because his girlfriends had been hoodwinked into hating on him for no real reason, they falsely testified against him. Unfortunately, they were not reasonable enough to understand that when a man is in jail, everything they say is intended to help them win their case and may not necessarily mean they don't like you anymore even if they said it. Whoever chose to help this non-scrupulous government of ours, which will break the law at every opportunity to get the result they are looking for in taking down R. Kelly, will live to regret the decision when he eventually regains his freedom. If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say? To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.